second baseman this afternoon. Wildcats will strand the bases loaded as that one on the ground is short. Nice play, Maris on the backhand. The throw across is in time to get him. What a play by Elijah Maris. And you have the first out of the inning.
Have first base open, so if you need to walk him here, you can, but obviously.
As that one driven into center. That'll be caught. It'll get Bowie, the runner coming home, and Maris will score. Wildcats are now on top as Nick Holm moves up. And what a job, Tyler Mora. Sack fly, and the Wildcats lead it 3-2. Butler strikeout and 2 flyouts. He's down in the count here, and he swings and misses for out number 1, and Gavin Ludlow doing what he does. Swing and a miss. And Gavin Ludlow picks up his second out of the inning via the strikeout, back-to-back. And there's 2 down here in the 9th. On the ground to third, Manser gobbles it up. The throw across in time, and it's a Wildcat winner.
And Ouellette just looking to put him away here. Getting this first out would be huge for the Wildcats, as the bases are loaded with none away so far.
And he got it. The young horse with a strikeout for the first out of the inning, and a big one at that, and Stallwick sent packing. The 2-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Colton Ouellette. 2 strikeouts out of the bullpen, and now there are 2 down.
Stepping up to the plate.
Johnson is tagged with that run. There's responsible for the runners at second and third. Nonetheless, the 2-2. Dropped in there, and that'll be strike 3. So how about the young horse out of the bullpen, Colton Ouellette. The 1-2 on the ground up the middle. And that'll sneak through for a base hit. Eisenhut going to get the wave. And we are tied here in Mac. Elijah Maris been quiet all weekend, but a ground ball up the middle changes the fortunes, and the Wildcats have tied it up at 2. On the ground, wide of first. What a play by Nick Holm as he beats him to the bag, and the Wildcats are out of the inning. How about the defense this afternoon? Wildcats been able to capitalize on that all day long. As this one driven into left. Get up, and get out of here. Josh Manser extends the lead for the Wildcats. It's now 6-2.
And a beautiful swing from Josh Manser to drive that one deep into left field. Increase the lead from 3-2 to 6-2 now for the Wildcats, as they'll look to run away with this one in Game 2 against their rival George Fox.
So we talked about it earlier, Ethan, with the swings for Josh Manser. The first hit of the year is a home run for the 22-year-old. And a swing and a miss, and Zach Hampson puts this one to bed. The Wildcats emerge victorious on this Saturday with 2 wins as they win this one by a final score of 9-4 here in McMinnville.
Swing and a miss for a strikeout. That is his 4th of the day already.
Number 20.
Swenson looking to get his 2nd strikeout of the inning. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. His 2nd strikeout of the inning and his 5th of the day already. Just 1 strike away from getting out of this one.
So a competitive pitch on the way from Swenson. Going to be a big one. We're going to end the inning.
Kicks, fires, swing and a miss, and that one will strike out Garrett Struby, getting out of a tough spot there for Jake Swenson.
Before going down to California and losing 6 out of 7 before Tuesday's win against Corbin. Payoff again, swing and miss, 2 strikeouts in the inning for Camden Orem as he sits down the Bearcats. 1, 2, 3.
Wildcats going to Arizona without Trent Wainfeld after he got hit in the head back in the George Fox series at the beginning of the month. So he's been out for a little bit, but back in the lineup and swinging a hot stick and seeing it as well as ever. Swings on the first pitch, deep to left field, going back off the wall
Trent Wainfeld inches away from a grand slam. He'll have to settle for a 2 RBI single. Cats strike first, 2-0.
That ball was hit hard, and we've seen him do it all season long. He's seeing the ball really big right now.
Who that third guy is, maybe even who that second guy is in mid-April. Linfield's going to have that figured out.
As that one given a ride into left. Will it stay fair? Yes! A home run for Luke Porter, and that will break the tie. A towering shot, and we had to give it a second look just to make sure. But the Wildcats will be on top. It's 5-3.
Luke Porter, man, talking about it his first couple trips to the plate as he stomps on the dish to make it 5-3. Count is full. Huge moment for Liam O'Connor. Swing and a miss! Orem with the massive K keeps the Cats in front 5-4 as we go to the bottom of the 8th at Roy Helzer Field.
Danger of walking the bases loaded yet again here in the second.
So ball called after Shakori went to the hand. Is that one driven into right? And get up! Get on out of here. Luke Porter, do your thing. Second of the day.
And Luke Porter, is he having himself a day? A big swing, and that one will be his second home run of the day.
Do it, Luke Porter. Have a day. He has been hot as a pistol as of late. Second of the day, third in the past 2 weeks, and he is feeling himself. Of course, a 7 through 9 full innings in game 1 and 8 through 2. Here is that'll be a strikeout to throw on to first. Nice job by Gould to complete the play. 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored in game 1. A big part of the top of the order production for the Bearcats as he goes down looking. Zach Johnson, feel yourself. And we are headed to the bottom of the 3rd after Zach Johnson looks sharp. Tashney will set. Kick and fire, and in there, and a called strike 3. Good night, Willamette. And the Wildcats win game 2 and split the doubleheader this afternoon by a final score of 10-4.
Swing and miss. Drop third strike. Marr. The throw down a little bit high, but home brings it down and quickly 2 away. Swenny looking comfortable early on.
Absolutely, showing why he won Northwest Conference Rookie of the Year last year. You talk about the strikeouts with Swenson. That's what he does best. He's got 30 on the year already, and as you said, 6 in, despite the loss, 6 strikeouts in the game Monday against Pacific.
Swing and a miss with the rain coming down. Swenson, his 3rd strikeout here in the first 2 innings. 5, 6, 7 due up for Linfield when we come back on the Linfield Sports Network. Good Lord, jeez. Break this game open after Preston Lau jump-started the Willamette offense to start this inning with the solo homer. Swings on the first pitch, right up the middle. Tough stop at second, a chance for 2, and the Cats get out of the inning. How about Tyler Eisenhut with the double play?
Great spot here for him to, in a 2-0 count now, to potentially get a run home and tie up this game or even take the lead for the Wildcats.
Swung on, driven on a line to left. That'll tie the game as Eisenhut scores. Elijah Maris delivers the RBI knock. It's 1-1.
Swenson fires. And that one is driven into right field. And a great catch by Trent Wainfeld. What a play. And that'll be a double play as Preston Lau tried to advance to third, and so not able to get back to, didn't even try to get back to second. And so a great defensive play there for the Wildcats to keep this inning scoreless and keep the score tied. Luke Porter, big swing and a drive into right field, and that'll get up, and that'll get out of here. Luke Porter, big swing and a home run. The 3-run bomb unties this game, and the Wildcats take the lead. Have yourself a weekend, Luke Porter.
Wow. Where did this dude come from? This guy has been unstoppable. Josh Manser, who's 1 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout, takes ball 1. Manser, high, deep, no doubt about it! Josh Manser takes Matthew Mason to deep left center. And the Mount Hood CC product makes it 7-4 with Linfield's 3rd homer of the day.
And those big slugging and on-base percentages as well. So Porter finally starting to find his stride after not starting at all last year. So a guy coming, and really a great story.
As he drives one up the middle for a base hit. Matthew Lewis rounds second. He's coming home. The throw will not be in time. And so we're used to seeing home runs out of him, but an RBI single there for Luke Porter. And you got to think if you're Bush now, the bats they've struggled a bit on offense. And so if you're going to try and get back in this ball game, now's the time to do it.
1-2 is swung on and missed, and the boss will strike out his lone hitter he faces. McClure leads off first, Manser from third. The 1-0 is driven into center, given a pretty good ride. Backing up Richter, it's over his head, and that will fall. So Manser will score. Here comes McClure, and this one is a 6-2 game.
Great swing there by Elijah Maris for his 3rd hit of the day. That one just misses for ball 1, and so a 1-2 count.
No, he called him out.
He called him out. And so strike 3. Zach Hampson registers his first strikeout. Okay, Chris still over there on second base, just waiting for his opportunity. That one. Another nonchalant strikeout call. And so 2 straight strikeouts for Zach Hampson.
Home been heating up over the past couple of series. Of course, we saw him up in Tacoma 2 for 5 in the win on Saturday.
As he drives that one into left field, it'll be a base hit. And Elijah Maris gets home. Kassler holding up at third. And so 1 run scores, and the base is still loaded with none away for the Wildcats. This is a great offensive start.
Manser been heating up as well. A lot of these guys have, but a .310 average for him now leads the team. 14 RBIs, 3 home runs.
A swing and a drive down the third baseline. That one will go for extra bases and score 2 more. Luke Porter rounding third. He's going, and he will no throw, and so a 3 RBI bases clearing triple for Josh Manser, and the Wildcats are off to a hot start. It's 5-0.